In today's episode, Alan asks, I need some help making my resume stick out. What would appeal to you if you were hiring for a digital marketing position? I have the experience in gaining new certifications, but I'm truly trying to shine through this unemployment situation. Well, this is obviously going to be a recurring topic for a little while. I should probably first say that I've been a technical recruiter, so I've been on the hiring manager side and the recruiting side, and your resume is one part of a piece of the puzzle. Right, it is the entryway. It is the opening round, I guess. More important these days is a solid LinkedIn profile to go with the resume, because that LinkedIn profile gives people the chance to dig in a little bit more and get to know you more on a professional level. Obvious things, all the basics of LinkedIn, like having recommendations and endorsements, having complete, coherent work histories. All of those things, I assume that you're doing. There's two things you have to do, and your resume and your LinkedIn profile have to do these two things. One, you have to beat the gatekeeper test. And two, you have to answer 3 questions that are in a hiring manager's mind. So let's talk about these. Number 1, the gatekeeper test. Most hiring management systems, HRMSs, are fairly primitive systems that take in data, resumes, whatever, they scan them. So make sure you use a font that's easily legible, and make sure you provide a digital copy. And they scan it for keywords. Right? It is resumes, and dealing with these HRIS systems or HRMS systems is a lot like old school SEO from like a decade ago, where keyword stuffing and prominent mentions of things. They don't use a lot of the modern day AI that makes modern SEO work. So you have to beat those algorithms while remaining honest, right? You don't want to be the person who stuffs their resume full of useless keywords and then it's unreadable. It still has to be legible to a human, understandable to a human. So that's step 1. Make sure that your resume is information rich with the appropriate keywords for the position that you're going for. Making sure that you don't have to list every single skill you have, but take advantage of things like work histories. If you have 5 jobs that you've held in the past, but 3 of them have strong relevance to what you want to be doing now, go into a little detail in the descriptions, making sure, again, you're checking the box on it. If you did Facebook ads, make sure Facebook ads appears on there. If the job position itself has specific skills you want to see, make sure that those skills are on your resume, as long as it's honest, as long as you're being honest about it. Second, after you get past the gatekeeper test, which is true for most larger organizations, smaller organizations won't have HRMS systems. They will have someone in HR reading the resumes. So another reason why it has to be legible and understandable. The hiring manager cares about 3 things. They have 3 questions they need you to answer in your resume, in your telephone screen, in your, I was going to say in-person interview, but we're not doing a whole lot of that right now, in your video interview. And the hiring manager may not say these questions outright, but they're thinking them, and they may not even be thinking them, or they may be thinking of them in more polite terms. But the 3 questions are, number 1, are you going to make my life more difficult? Right, so that's sort of a chemistry test, which is especially important for the interview. Are you going to make life more difficult for this person? Is hiring you a better option than not hiring at all? Companies in the next year to 2 years will be very, very risk averse. They want to hire somebody who will just fit exactly in the role like a little Lego block. No training, no effort, just plug the piece into the machine and the machine runs. That's what they're looking for. A manager is looking to not invest heavily in you, not spend a lot of time training you, not worried about, are you going to slow things down? Yes, there'll be some grace period for getting up to speed, but not much. If you remember back, for those of you who are old enough, the Great Recession, companies wanted to hire perfect fits. They were not interested in hiring anybody they had to train. So make sure that you are spending your time getting trained up on the things that a job would require. Question 2, will you get the manager fired, right? The manager's thinking, am I going to get fired for hiring this person? Are they going to make me look bad? Am I going to regret hiring this person? And it's different than someone who just takes up your time. This is someone who's actively going to be a problem. When you're hiring, when you're looking at resumes, you're trying to assess, is this person going to make my life worse? Are they going to, do they show the ability to get work done? And so that's where things like skills and stuff become very important. Coherent work histories. The worst thing you can put on a resume is, chief data scientist at trustinsights.ai, worked as a chief data scientist at the organization supporting business lines. That tells me nothing. This question, am I going to regret hiring you, is a risk mitigation question. Am I taking a risk on you? The work history had better be able to say, nope, I am not a risk at all. I'm going to not be the nail that sticks up. I am a good fit for your organization. And the last question, again, managers are not going to say this outright. Well, a few will if they're really honest, but they're thinking it. If I hire you, are you going to make me look good? Right? Are you going to make me shine? Are you going to keep me from getting fired? Are you going to make me get my bonus? Right? That's what a manager is thinking, motivated by. Will you make them look good? And that's where in your work histories, you need to have a lot of detail about results you got. Increased revenue, 42%. Increased ad spend or ad results by 16% year over year. Drove ROI 41%. In your work histories, if there aren't numbers that showcase your results, you need to go back and sharpen your pencil. Even if they were collaborative results, that's fine. Be honest about that. Even if you worked in an organization where you couldn't necessarily quantify everything, being able to quantify what you did is incredibly important in a work history, whether it's on your LinkedIn profile, whether it is on your resume. If you say increased lead generation 5x in 9 months, guess what? I want to talk to you because you're going to make me look good. I'm going to hit my numbers because of the work that you did. And that's what a manager cares about. The hiring manager really cares about. So you've got to be able to answer those 3 things in the resume, in the phone screen, in the video interview, or in person eventually. Some things you may want to think about. Again, LinkedIn, your profile needs recommendations and endorsements. When I was hiring, even a decade ago, if you had no recommendations, I didn't even bother going further because if you can't market yourself, you're not going to market my company, right? And marketing yourself means getting those testimonials. Nobody wants to call references. It's expensive. It's a pain in the butt. If I see that other people are recommending you on your LinkedIn profile, especially current or previous employers, that's solid. I don't need any more because you've put that out in public. Videos on YouTube talking about specific examples from your resume are a powerful way to pre-interview, right? Give somebody a link, learn more and a YouTube link on your resume. If I'm a hiring manager, I can go and watch that video of you talking about it, and you will benefit because you don't have the nerves of an in-person interview. You can talk more calmly about these things. Best possible thing, if you can get video testimonials from previous employers, that's golden. We could spend a lot more time on this, but those are some of the things that you need to get started with. You have follow-up questions? Leave them in the comments box below. Subscribe to the YouTube channel and the newsletter. I'll talk to you soon. Want help solving your company's data, analytics, and digital marketing problems? Visit trustinsights.ai today and let us know how we can help you.